Aita for exposing my sister's mental illness after she tried to blackmail me over Tinder? My sister tried to blackmail me using my secret Tinder account, so I exposed her diagnosis. Now my family says I went too far. Did I, or was I finally defending myself? So, yeah, here's the mess. Strap in. I, 28M, have a younger sister, 25F, who was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder about 5 years ago. For those who don't know, that's like a mix of schizophrenia and mood disorder symptoms, psychosis, delusions, manic episodes, depressive spirals, the works. She got her diagnosis after a really serious breakdown that involved paranoia, running away from home, and locking herself in a bathroom because she thought the mirror was watching her breathe. It was terrifying back then. We got her help, she started meds, therapy, regular psychiatric appointments. And for a while, things were, not normal, but manageable. Fast forward to the last 2 years. She's technically in remission, but she uses her diagnosis like a shield. Like a weapon, honestly. If you call her out for anything, being rude to waiters, ghosting friends, screaming at our mom for not buying oat milk, she'll just go, wow. Way to be ableist. I'm literally mentally ill. I can't help it. Cue crocodile tears. And everyone backs off. But what grinds me down the most is how the family enables it. My mom's favorite phrase is, "You have to understand, she's not like you. She's fragile." Dad's the quiet type, disapproves silently, but won't ever say it out loud. So over the years, I became the punching bag. Need someone to vent at? Me. Need money? Me. Need a place to crash because she got into another fight with a roommate over negative energy in the house. Me again. I swallowed it for years. Kept my head down, played the good brother card. But then she crossed a line. I have a secret Tinder account. It's not shady, just private. I work in a pretty corporate environment, and I like keeping my dating life off the radar. It's even under a fake name, just in case. I don't post NSFW pics or anything, just light conversation, memes, dog pics, flirting. Totally tame. Well, I guess I left my laptop open. She was visiting. Probably snooped while I was in the shower. Next thing I know, she texts me at 2 a.m. Hey, saw your Tinder lol. Bossman would love that juicy little side hustle, huh? Send me $300 or I'll forward your convos to your job. Dead serious. Don't push me. I laughed at first, thought it was a twisted joke. But she followed up with a screenshot of my profile and one of my convos. She actually had it. My heart dropped. I felt sick. I texted back, "Are you seriously blackmailing me? Are you out of your mind?" Her reply, "I have schizoaffective disorder. I don't think straight sometimes. You know that, so don't antagonize me." That was it. That was the final straw. You don't get to extort someone and then go, "Oops, I'm mentally ill" smile with a halo. You don't get to threaten your own brother's livelihood and then hide behind a diagnosis. So I snapped. I opened our family group chat, me, her, our parents, and 2 aunts. I typed, "I'm done. She's been emotionally abusing me for years and blaming it on her illness. Tonight, she tried to blackmail me for $300 by threatening to out my Tinder account to my employer. She said, and I quote, 'I have schizoaffective disorder. I don't think straight sometimes.' That's not a defense. That's manipulation, and I won't stay quiet about it anymore. If she wants to act psychotic, she can do it in a clinic. I'm done being her doormat." And I attached screenshots of the messages. 10 minutes later, she left the chat. 15 minutes after that, my mom called me, crying. Said I exposed her, and that this could push her into a real spiral. Dad said I was harsh, but not wrong. One aunt told me she was proud of me. The other said I crossed a line. Now she's blocked me. Mom is playing mediator. I'm being painted as the asshole who publicly humiliated his mentally ill sister. But was I? Was I really? I've spent years walking on eggshells around her. Years hiding my frustration, letting her weaponize her mental illness like it's a get-out-of-accountability-free card. I understand she's struggling. I'm not denying her diagnosis. I know it's hard. I know her brain chemistry works against her sometimes. But this wasn't a breakdown. This wasn't psychosis. This was premeditated blackmail, and I'm sick of being the only one in the family who has to pretend it's okay. I know I went nuclear. I could have handled it more privately. But honestly, I didn't feel safe doing it one-on-one. Every private confrontation with her turns into a gaslighting session, where she either denies everything or accuses me of being emotionally abusive for calling her out. So I brought the receipts. In public, maybe I'm the asshole for being loud about it, but I'm tired of being quiet while she burns everyone around her. So, Reddit, Aita for going public about her diagnosis after she tried to blackmail me? Was it revenge, or was it just finally drawing a boundary with teeth? Aita for laughing at my bipolar friend's voice diary and getting exposed for it? She accidentally sent her manic episode audio to the group chat. I laughed. Just once. Now I'm being treated like a psychopath, and my friend blocked me. Was it cruelty, or just human? I already know I'm gonna come off as the villain in this one. But I need to know, where is the line between being human and being an asshole? So here's the situation. I, 27M, have a close friend, Kayla, 26F. We've been tight since college. She's smart, hilarious, artistic, and has bipolar disorder type 1, officially diagnosed in our second year after a severe manic break. She's been pretty open about it since then. Hospitalizations, meds, therapy, the whole 9 yards. She's made incredible progress, but bipolar doesn't just disappear. She still has highs and lows. One of the ways she manages it is by recording voice diaries during her episodes, especially the manic ones. Apparently, her therapist uses them to help analyze thought patterns. They're usually private, but one day, they weren't. Last Thursday night, she was clearly on the upswing. Group chat was quiet until, boom, 7-minute voice memo drops out of nowhere. The caption just said, F it, whatever. We all listened. Let me paint the picture. Pure unfiltered mania. Not the TV version where someone just talks fast. No, this was Olympic-level spiraling. Time isn't real. Like, clocks? Who decided clocks? I'm pretty sure I'm vibrating at a higher frequency than everyone else. That's not ego. That's fact. Maybe I'm God, or like, God adjacent, like Jesus, but with Spotify Premium. I could invent feminist gravity. Patriarchal gravity pulls us down. Mine would lift women. Is it illegal to message Elon Musk 37 times in a row if it's for science? It went on. There was freestyle rapping. There was a brief but passionate rant about pigeons being reincarnated philosophers. At one point she tried to convince herself to learn Japanese in one night using manifestation and a banana. Look, I respect mental illness. But this was absurd. So yeah, I laughed. Hard. Not in the chat, not publicly. Just privately messaged a close friend from the group. This is giving early Kanye energy. He responded with skull 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 and a crying emoji. We moved on. Or so I though. 2 days later, Kayla blocked me on everything. No warning, no explanation. Then I got a message from someone else in the group. Bro, she knows. She saw the screenshot. Turns out, someone from the group snitched. Showed her my Kanye comment. Said it was disgusting. Said I was making fun of her during a vulnerable moment. That I was mocking her illness behind her back. She sent me one last message before blocking me. I trusted you. You made me into AF, ing joke. You're the reason people like me stay quiet. I felt like absolute sh*t. I didn't mean to hurt her. I didn't mean to mock her. I just reacted. Honestly, I've seen her in manic phases before, but this was the first time it felt like she wanted us to witness it, even if it was by accident. She left the message up for hours. People were reacting with emojis. One guy even replied, same lol, to one of her rants. But I'm the one who made the joke. I'm the one who got caught. Then the group started turning. 2 friends reached out separately. One said, you need to own this. You crossed a line. She's not a meme. Another one said, we all laughed, but you put it in writing. That made it real. Even the guy the first sent the message to? He ghosted me. Like I was radioactive. I tried to reach out to Kayla through her sister. Sent a long apology, said I never meant to make her feel small, that I did support her, that my joke was dumb, thoughtless, and I regret it. No response. I've been iced out. And now the group chat is basically dead. People are barely speaking. The vibe is poisoned, and I'm the one everyone looks at sideways, like I'm the dangerous one. So here's the question, Reddit. Aita for laughing at my bipolar friend's manic voice memo and sending one dumb joke to another friend in private? Or did I f***ck up beyond repair? I know she was vulnerable. I know that sh*t was personal. But I didn't post it. I didn't share it with the world. I didn't even comment in the group. I made a stupid joke in a private chat and now I'm being treated like I filmed her naked and posted it on YouTube. I just keep thinking. If it had been anyone else, and they went on a 7-minute voice tangent about pigeons and Elon Musk, wouldn't you have laughed too? But maybe mental illness changes the rules. Maybe I should have known better. Maybe I really am the asshole. Aita for kicking out my boyfriend with OCD because he kept disinfecting my cat with alcohol? My boyfriend has OCD. It's real, it's intense. I respect it, but when he started wiping down my cat with isopropyl alcohol, for hygiene, I told him to pack his shit and leave. Now I'm being called ableist and emotionally cold. So, Reddit, Aita for choosing my cat over his compulsions? Let me set the scene. I, 28F, live in a small but cozy apartment with my cat, Rujik. He's a 3-legged rescue, ginger as a traffic cone, with one eye that always looks slightly offended. He sheds like hell, occasionally farts like a trucker, and follows me from room to room like a dog. To me, he's not just a pet. He's family. He's been with me through a breakup, a job loss, a depressive episode, and several 2 a.m. Taco Bell binges. Enter Nathan, 32M, my now ex-boyfriend. We met at a bookstore. First date? Adorable. He was polite, smelled like eucalyptus, and said up front that he had obsessive-compulsive disorder, mostly centered around contamination fears. I admired his honesty. I even said, hey, no judgment, we all have our sh*t. At first, it wasn't a big deal. He washed his hands a lot. He carried sanitizer in his pocket. He wiped his phone screen every hour. Honestly, in the COVID world, it felt more cautious than excessive. But slowly, things escalated. He started cleaning things in my apartment. At first it was subtle, wiping the doorknobs when I wasn't looking, spraying down the remote. Then it turned into him avoiding sitting on the couch unless it had just been vacuumed. He brought his own hand towels. He refused to drink from my glasses, even clean ones, and started carrying paper cups in his backpack. Still, I tried to be understanding. I'd dated people with anxiety, depression, even agoraphobia before. I figured, relationships require patience. But Rujik, he wasn't built for that kind of energy. Nathan was suspicious of the cat from day one. He didn't like that Rujik walked on the counter. He'd scold me for letting him sit on the bed. He even asked if I could train him to stay in one room. I said, dude, he's a cat, not a Roomba. Then, one afternoon, I walked into the bedroom and found Nathan holding Rujik in a towel, while rubbing alcohol on his fur with a cotton pad. What the hell are you doing? I shouted. Nathan looked at me like I was the crazy one. He was on the bathroom floor. Then he jumped on the bed. That's how bacteria spreads. My jaw dropped. You're wiping alcohol on my cat. I use 70%. It's safe. It evaporates. It's fine. I told him, as calmly as I could while internally combusting, to put the cat down and get out. He argued, said he didn't hurt the cat, that it was necessary for his mental well-being, that I was being insensitive. You know I have OCD. You know how hard this is for me. And you know that rubbing chemicals on an animal is f***ing insane, I snapped. He left that night, furious and confused. Later, he texted me, you didn't even try to understand. You chose a cat over a human. I hope you feel safe now in your perfectly clean apartment. I didn't respond. Then came the guilt trip, not just from him, but from people we both knew. One mutual friend said, you could have set boundaries more gently. Another implied I was emotionally immature for not working through his compulsions as a couple. One even threw the A word at me, ableist. And honestly, that one hit hard, because I'm not anti-mental illness. I've seen people I love suffer in silence. I've helped partners through panic attacks, dissociation, medication changes, hospital stays. I know OCD is a beast. It's not just being neat. It's real, painful, and disruptive. But also, I didn't sign up to watch my cat get chemically scrubbed like a damn laboratory sample. I had to take Rujik to the vet the next day just to be sure he was okay. His fur was dry and irritated. Vet said it could have been worse if I hadn't stopped it. Rujik now hesitates before jumping on the bed. I think he remembers. And I keep wondering, should I have tried harder to help Nathan manage? Was I selfish for ending it so abruptly? Or was that the only sane response to a situation spiraling into pet abuse territory? So, Reddit, Aita for kicking out my boyfriend with OCD because he was disinfecting my cat with alcohol? Was it cold, unfair, or did I do what any sane cat mom would have done? Because right now, Rujik's curled up next to me, purring softly. His fur still smells a little like rubbing alcohol, and I feel like I made the right choice. But I also feel like I've just burned a bridge I wasn't ready to cross. Aita for secretly putting my brother on antidepressants because he refused therapy and ruined our lives. He was depressed. No, more like decaying. Toxic, angry, hostile, and living in my apartment rent-free. Refused therapy. Said, mental health is a scam. So I started slipping sertraline into his coffee. He got better. Then he found the bottle. Now he's calling me abusive. Was it love, desperation, or control? This is gonna be one of those yes, but stories. Yes, I drugged my brother. No, not out of cruelty. Yes, it was without his consent. No, I wasn't trying to control him. I just wanted him to stop bleeding darkness into everything around him. Let's rewind. I'm 26. My older brother Max, 29, moved in with me after his life went full train wreck. Dumped by his girlfriend, fired from his third job in 2 years, burned bridges with most of our family. I let him crash at my place. I thought, what are brothers for? Turns out, brothers are for screaming at you for using the wrong kind of dish soap. Max didn't show up sad, he showed up angry. Like, chronically irritated by reality. Everything was a trigger. Microwave beeped too loud? Rage. I asked him to take out the trash? Do it yourself, I'm not your B***tch. I put oat milk in his coffee instead of regular milk? Full-blown meltdown. He never left the house. Slept all day, ate chips and cold rice. Didn't shower. Watched conspiracy videos on YouTube and argued with strangers online. He once sent a 4-minute voice note to our cousin because she didn't like his meme. Every time I brought up therapy, it was the same thing. I'm not F***king broken. You think SSRIs fix everything? Maybe I don't want to be chemically castrated. You want me to cry to some stranger who gets paid to fake empathy? I stopped inviting people over. Stopped sleeping properly. I'd tiptoe around the kitchen. Hold in coughs. Avoid opening creaky cabinets. It was like living with a lion that might explode because the cereal box made a weird sound. Then, one night, scrolling Reddit in pure mental exhaustion, I saw a comment thread about sertraline. How people didn't realize how dark things were, until they weren't anymore. One person said, my husband started smiling again after 3 weeks. That line broke me. I found a way to get it. Low dose. 25 milligrams. Crushed it. Mixed it into his coffee every morning. Same mug. Same time. And I swear to God, it worked. Week 1. Grumbly but tolerable. Week 2. He didn't scream when I paused his YouTube tab. Week 3. He cleaned the bathroom, unprompted. Week 4. He told a joke. Not even a dark one. A dumb, harmless dad joke about oranges. Week 5. He asked if I wanted to play video games with him. That night, I actually cried a little. Silently. In the kitchen. With Rujik, my cat, staring at me like I'd finally lost it. Max wasn't perfect, but he was calmer, softer, more himself. And I thought, maybe I saved him from himself. Then I got lazy, left the sertraline bottle in my drawer, thinking he'd never touch my stuff. He was looking for his headphones. Found the bottle, Googled it, put 2 and 2 together. He came into my room like an emotional hurricane. You've been drugging me? Please, Max, just listen. You messed with my head. I thought I was dying. My libido disappeared, I was sweating every night, my jaw felt weird, and you did this? I told him I was desperate. That I couldn't watch him self-destruct anymore. That he refused help, and I tried everything else. That I didn't do it to control him, I did it to protect myself. And him, and everyone else who had to walk on eggshells around him. He stared at me for a full minute. Eyes glossy, jaw tight. Then he said, quietly, you really think this makes you the good guy? And he left. That was 2 weeks ago. He blocked me, told our mom I experimented on him. She's furious. One aunt said I should be in jail. My best friend said, you did it out of love, but it was still wrong. Another friend called it medical gaslighting. I've thought about it every day since. I know it was wrong. I know it was a violation of trust, consent, bodily autonomy. But also, I didn't do it for power. Or punishment. I just cracked. I was alone, tired, cornered, living with someone who poisoned the air just by being in the room. I thought, if he won't save himself, maybe I have to. And I did, and for a minute, he was okay. But maybe I crossed a line I can't uncross. So Reddit, Aita for secretly giving my brother antidepressants without his consent? Was it manipulation? Desperation? Survival? Because even now, in the silence after the storm, I'm still not sure if I was his savior. Or just another person who took control of him. Aita for announcing my dad has dementia at a wedding because the family kept pretending he's just funny. He put his tie in the toaster. He thought the dog was the Uber. He told the bride she looked just like Aunt Linda, who died in 1998. Everyone laughed it off. I grabbed the mic, told the truth. Now I'm the villain. Aita for ripping off the denial bandage in front of 80 people in a chocolate fountain? I already know what you're thinking. Dude, a wedding? Really? That was the time you chose to make a scene? But if you've ever watched someone you love slowly lose themselves, while everyone else plays dumb around you, you'd understand. I, 27M, have a dad, 61M, with diagnosed early onset dementia. Confirmed, documented, irreversible. Not silly old man forgetfulness, but the real deal. The kind that eats your personality cell by cell like a parasite with a calendar. It started a couple years ago. First it was names, then it was places, then it was emotions, then it was reality. He once left the oven on for 6 hours, then blamed me for sabotaging dinner. He forgot my birthday, then got angry when I reminded him. He called our dog his commanding officer and tried to salute him. And still, when I told relatives, they just said, he's always been kinda offbeat. He's just being dramatic. Maybe it's low blood sugar. I told them it was dementia. They rolled their eyes. Cut to a month ago. My cousin Jake's wedding. Big backyard, full catering, live string quartet. Mom insists on bringing dad. It'll be good for him, she says. He'll feel normal. Spoiler. He was not normal. Before we even left, I found him trying to zip his pants over pajama bottoms, both backwards. He asked where the ball game was. The venue was an hour drive. He asked 7 times where we were going. By the third, my jaw hurt from fake smiling. At the wedding, within the first hour, he put butter in his jacket pocket, told the flower girl she reminded him of his ex, tried to take a selfie with the DJ's laptop, called the bride Stephanie, her name is Rebecca. People were laughing. John, you're a riot. You should do stand-up. No one looked concerned. No one asked if he was okay. Even the bride's dad just said, he's the party now. Meanwhile, I'm standing there like, are we really gonna pretend he didn't just pet a fruit platter like it was a cat? Then came the toasts. The MC opens it up to the floor. Dad stands up. My heart drops. I try to stop him. Mom grips my wrist. Let him talk. He grabs the mic. And it's not just bad. It's heartbreaking. Melissa, you've always been strong. Ever since band camp. I remember when you broke your trombone before the science fair. He was looking at the groom. People were frozen. Not laughing anymore, just confused. The bride's eyes went wide. Mom whispered, oh no. And I snapped. I walked up, took the mic, and I said, enough. This isn't funny. This isn't quirky. This is dementia. My dad has it. And for months, all of you have been pretending it's just him being goofy John. He doesn't know where he is right now. He's not giving a speech. He's hallucinating. This disease is erasing him. And all you've done is laugh. Dead silence. I handed the mic back to the MC. Walked my dad off the stage. Sat him down. He smiled at me and said, good speech, son. Later, the fallout came hard and fast. Cousin Jake, groom, you hijacked my wedding. That was our day. The bride. You traumatized my little sister. My aunt. He's not hurting anyone. Why shame him? Mom, tearfully. You could have waited. You didn't have to humiliate him. But I didn't humiliate him. They did, by turning his deterioration into party entertainment. By ignoring me when I begged them to take it seriously. By acting like I was the drama queen every time I brought up the truth. And I know, I broke the social contract. You're not supposed to drop reality bombs over cake and champagne. But honestly, I'm so tired of sugarcoating grief so that other people can enjoy their hummus in peace. This man raised me. Now he doesn't remember how to tie a shoe. He asked me last week if I still go to high school. And everyone still acts like, oh, he's just getting older. No, he's vanishing. And it's not cute. It's not charming. It's cruel, relentless, and silent, until someone says something. So I said it, and now no one will talk to me. So Reddit, Aita for announcing my dad has dementia at a wedding because I couldn't stand the fake smiles anymore. I know I ruined their night. But maybe someone had to. Because this isn't a sitcom. It's a disease. And no one else was brave enough to say the truth out loud. Was it harsh? Yeah, but was I wrong?